Hey everybody, Jay Marino here, welcome back. We're playing some more StarCraft Remastered. It's the UEDAIP mod created by Nekron, and we're on to Slay the Beast, which I imagine is going to be probably the second hardest map of the whole mod, second only to Omega, though maybe, I don't know, we'll see how this matches up to the end of the UED campaign and to Chain the Beast, because that one was also pretty hard. So I'm going to do what I've been doing with the harder maps, that I expect to be hard at least, which is to go in and do a bit of an exploratory run, scout out around my base, just to get a sense of what I want to do, in what order, and then we'll restart and the real attempts will begin. So let's start and see what we're up against here. Okay, here we are. We're gonna make a second hatchery right there. You said it, Duran. Looks like an expansion up here. Let's go look for this. So we do have an ally, and it looks like our ally is not dependent on resources, which is nice. Okay, cool. So, again, let's just sort of get started here, and then we're just going to look around, like I had said. And maybe we can rely on blue, maybe not. I don't know. So I'm just going to send Zerglings out and around to scout stuff out. So, again, we can get a sense of what we want to do and in what order. Okay, so there is a white base that's very close to us and probably access to an easy expand. We have a brown beacon here, randomly. Okay, there's red. Okay, so we can make our way to red on the ground. They're close to us, so we have two enemies on our side of the map, essentially. Again, we're just going to keep looking around with these Zerglings to see what we can find. We got a big expansion here. I'm still going to want to reveal as much of the map as possible, but really at the beginning, I'd like to pick an enemy and just focus on taking them down. So probably white, because they're very close to us. We want to take this because there are two geysers here.
Carrick, if you manage to clear out the UED forces on the southern island, our brethren will be able to deploy greater force to assist the assault on the Overmind. Give us a sign when your Zerg have dealt with the threat.
So the real question is, how quickly do I want to take these expansions? Because it's going to be hard to defend them while also attacking. So what I'm leaning towards doing is pushing onto white, and only taking these geysers, and that should provide us the gas that we need. We'd have 3 geysers to try to just get all of our +1, 2, 3s out. From there, we start moving directly at red, who still has the super fast healing Sunkens. Interesting. So we probably want to make air for that. And against Zerg and not the UED, we could just make tons of mutas, which should work just fine. And then we can use those mutas to eventually turn into Guardians. Now, this is a strategy that was talked about on the UED AIP Discord. I've actually heard a lot about this map, but I've never actually opened it to see what's in it. So again, I think we go white. So actually, we're going to do expand, upgrades, white. Probably expand, defend, red. Or perhaps we just expand, and then if we lose it, that's okay. We probably just want to focus on red. Oh, there are Marines. Infested Marines, perhaps? Or maybe red is also a mixed UED faction. But the faster that we can get red, because again, we've got this clear red Zerg forces to the south to make space for Dark Templar reinforcements. So yeah, we want to if we can get rid of white and red as fast as possible, at which point we exhale, and then we just defend like crazy. We take these big resource expansions. We can secure the top as well. But then we've got pretty much this entire outer area here to defend, which is going to be challenging. But from there, I'd have to continue scouting with air units, perhaps, to kind of get a sense of where the rest of the enemies are. I don't know if maybe there are more enemies that I can get to. I guess this is the time to check. More enemies that we can get to that are on my island. Also, we want to keep an eye on where blue is going to attack. And I really like that blue is sort of helping us defend, so that gives us a little bit of a buffer. Not a huge one, but a little bit of the buffer so that we can focus on being very aggressive. So we did start with a queen, and this would probably be a good map to finally get spawn broodlings, because killing phantoms and panzers would be really, really useful. What I want to do is just take these Zerglings and right-click them down here just to see where they go and how they end up down there. See, this is a wall. Yeah, see, I don't actually think... Okay, so blue's dropping across the way. Probably not the best place for them to go. And we have to figure out the best way to get rid of red sunken colonies, which is why I'm leaning towards Mutalisks. Okay, so there's Cyan, which means Vasily is on this map. That's the UED scientist group, and it looks like they're coming from the bottom right. The question is, can I get to them on the ground? It looks like no.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, and then that's like the UED conscript faction, I think. It's like the dark, it's like the black color, or gray color on the minimap at least. Charcoal, perhaps? I mean, the enemy techs aren't enormous at the beginning here. I feel like by this point, it's been about 5 minutes. I could have had a small Hydralisk and Zergling force to push into white, though would it be enough? I don't know. Okay, so let's restart, and we're gonna get serious about this. And if things aren't going well, I'll just make cuts in the video as usual, so that it's a relatively viewable experience. And also, when I play off camera, I can focus a bit more. So basically, we show how things are going, and then if I need to focus a bit more, then I can do it off camera and get back to a point where we're in a slightly better position. Both militarily and economically, and then we restart the recording. Okay, so here we go. Again, this one's going to be a doozy.
This will be our finest hour.
I think, again, the no-brainer here is to get this set up like as soon as possible. So let's hotkey and hotkey. We can rely on blue to do some decent scouting for us as well as defend us. It just depends on, where the enemies are coming from. Hopefully they don't block me from setting up more defenses. And for now, let's just go ahead and get this saturated, because I need to be able to, again, obviously saturate all of my geysers and all these resources. I'm setting this up just to have more production. I don't necessarily need to take the geysers straight away. Now, because blue is here, I do feel comfortable being pretty greedy. Pretty greedy with my resources. 6,000, only 1,000 on that bottom one. More gas on this one in particular. And then we need another hatchery here. That would improve our mineral mining capacity significantly. So again, very, very gritty at the start. But that's because, again, we tested things out to see. The big air attacks are going to be the things that scare me the most.
If you manage to clear out the UED forces on the southern island, our brethren will be able to deploy greater force to assist the assault on the Overmind. Give us a sign when your Zerg have dealt with the threat.
Okay. Start that cycling save. So move a unit to the brown Protoss beacon when you want brown to deploy, which I do not yet. Again, I'm being pretty greedy with drones. I think that's fine for now. Let's save up and grab our other hatchery here, and then we can get these geysers saturated as well. I'd like to just grab another Evo chamber, maybe 2. It all depends on what we can afford. Let's get this set up before blue blocks it. Perfect. Okay, we'll get these extractors set up here. More drones. More drones. We'll get an Overlord, and then I'm going to start focusing on my upgrades. Looks like white coming in behind us as well. Again, I've barely built anything, and I've relied very heavily on exclusively my allies. See, blue's pushing into white. Again, maybe grabbing... we want to start teching up like as fast as possible. Okay, here comes white as well. Again, blue is able to defend us, which allows me to be very, very aggressive with my econ. So I'm going to start going crazy with upgrades. Okay, here and here. Couldn't find a Vesp. There we go. Okay. Gotta wait for my lair. These blue units are blocking me, unfortunately. They're blocking my ability to harvest quickly, unfortunately. Okay, cool. So now we can grab... I want to grab a Queen's Nest pretty soon as well. Again, the faster that we can get these upgrades started, the better. And then once we can start +2, then I'll just grab another Evo chamber. Again, the faster the better. So this one's going to get mined out quickly, so we should just saturate it up. Okay, let's go Queen's Nest, and then I can grab... Spawn Broodlings. We can kill that Panzer that I can see in the white base. We're gonna have to defend this down here, but blue is more, I think, likely to defend it himself down there. Okay, brood spines, and then as soon as the queen's nest is done, we go hive. And taking some of these outlying bases does seem really dangerous. Blue attacks with pretty large forces. I'm really impressed. So again, it's a bit of a relief to actually have some allies here who are gonna do things, do actual things. Okay, let's go spawn broodlings and then hive. And let's grab our third Evo chamber. Let's grab some more drones and then make sure that we can keep up with our supply requirements here with overlords, more overlords, and then we're going to just slowly but surely get our typical Zergling Hydralisk upgrades. Now, I have, I think, way more gas income now than I need. I should be a little careful up there because white very well might attack us. I heard a phantom. It's kind of like a, you know, thanks I hate it territory. Okay, get some overlords. It's nice to, again, have the annoying Protoss on our side. Go ahead. Okay, we're going to want to wall that in, I think, as much as possible here. So let's start getting Hydralisks. And see, so one base of minerals is not going to be quite enough, I think. Maybe I could take some outlying expansions. It's just I don't feel really comfortable doing so. There goes white. Why don't we spawn broodlings on this thing, because we can see it. And then move away. I could also steal white's command center, which would be really effective in being able to defend ourselves. Okay, I had some Zerglings down here. That's nice. Okay, and let's start considering making our move here pretty soon. So we got to go pneumatized for sure. And then start +2. Again, the faster we can get these basic upgrades, the better, I think. It just depends on if, you know, I should have made my move on white earlier or not. I just want to save up and buy and get this. And then I'll save and try pushing into white. And we'll just reload this save if it doesn't work. Again, it would be fine if it doesn't. I just want to dip in there. Again, killing that one Panzer actually might have been really, really worthwhile. Let's get this queen kind of close. Okay, upgrades all looking good. We need probably lurker aspect as well. Very expensive. Okay, and they got those sneaky little Mirage turrets or whatever they're called. There we go. Panzer down. Okay, I'm just going to get some Zerglings up here because they tear through these bases a little bit faster. Let's just get this into territory where we can infest it. I hear another Panzer. Do I? Maybe I don't. Okay, stop it. There we go. And then let's go ahead and start getting some infested Terrans. Okay, lost the queen. That's okay. We'll get some more. Okay, and we're rallying in there. Focus on the Panzer, please. Okay, and we don't want this thing to run in and kill my own stuff, so we can just have him go in there and... just like that. Blue coming in to assist me at this point would be extremely useful, but I don't see it happening. What I'm going to do is lift this off and bring it back down to, like, this area just for safety. Okay, and I think we want to grab a second Spire just so that we can get these upgrades a little bit faster as well. So we go Greater Spire, and then we get a second one. Again, we're not in, like, crazed territory yet in terms of, like, the size of the enemy attacks. Just trying to get through this. There we go. Okay, so this small white base appears to be good. Yes, keep saving me, buddy. That's good. Good work. We're about to be able to start +3 as well, so let's save our money. Come on, Reaver, take your one shot. There you go. So part of the problem is because the white base is part of... There must be a white base that's, like, even deeper in here. So they're going to send units up here constantly to reinforce, but that doesn't matter because we've made it through. So let's make a group of Hydralisks and then go and secure that area up there. Okay, good work.
The Hive cluster is under attack.
Okay, that's all well and good. Keep it up. Let's go, again, let's get these +3s, like, as soon as possible. Again, that's going to pay for itself. Okay, so let's take these units. I'd like to come up here and secure this top base and go ahead and take it. This one feels a little too far out for me to try. I don't know. Really hard for me to say. Question is, you know, will they try to retake it? It looks like yes, actually. Okay, finish this up. As I said, because they have some buildings here, they're going to keep trying to retake this. Getting some lurkers down here would probably be advantageous. Let's do that because I have a ton of gas. And in fact, let's turn all these into lurkers.
Require more minerals.
160 is such an odd cost. Okay, so no more white. Well, white will try to keep reinforcing, I imagine. Okay, we got to get this saturated. Where are those lurkers? So we leave some down here. Blue can help us defend against that, and then you guys move on up here. Let's get this saturated. I'm going to start making mutas, I think, and then into guardians to help me with red. And I really need these resources. Okay, cool. So let's cycle the save. We've taken out one base. It's not much, but it's something. That's all good. Let's grab Ensnare as well, and I'd like to get more queens, I think, just so that I can kill panzers that are coming in. And now, I need minerals, which this is why I built all these extra drones. And we should build just a few colonies here as well. I'm more concerned about air units than anything. Dark Swarm probably not going to avail us too well here, unfortunately. I hope blue turns their focus on red. That would be really ideal. Okay, and I just want to get drones set up here like as soon as possible. Overlords. It's a lot of infested Terrans. You know what? Yeah, perfect. Go ahead and steal their Overlord, and then blue loses his stuff, as opposed to me losing all my stuff. Let's go ahead and maybe get some colonies up here as well. Okay, and I don't really need the extra gas now, but I may later, so we'll focus on that in a bit. I just want to make sure that this gets all set up and saturated, and then we have to figure out the right way to get to red. Mutas. Can't afford much more, but we're just going to keep that up. We can make the... I mean, the Guardians are relatively cheap.
Evolution complete.
on supply, so just something to keep in mind. Mutas. Again, I don't know how many mutas I'm going to realistically need to get into red.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Okay, they can outrange my colonies. This is, I mean, I've been making mutas, which probably are not the best choice for these groups, unfortunately. Just make hydras as well. I'm spending my money pretty decently. Now, it's a good thing that they don't have the Charon boosters yet, because that would be a real problem. Let's get crazy with lurkers. They're relatively cheap. Well, they're cheap considering I have a ton of extra gas.
Spawn more overlords. Evolution complete.
Spawn more overlords. You guys, again, let's bring you down here. We can leave one or two up here, but...
Spawn more overlords.
I mean, the lurkers cost extra supply as well, just something to keep in mind.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Move these a little bit further up, and then we can build a few more colonies. See, I don't want to get... I'm getting caught up in the weeds here. We gotta really get going here. So, Guardians and Mutas. We can use you to help us defend this. And this is good timing because we're just getting attacked now. So we can move up here. All new units, we're going to rally down here. We can also flood with Zerglings.
All forces are under attack. We require more Vespine gas.
Wow, I burned through my gas really fast. We're still harvesting from these. We're still harvesting from this. Let's go ahead and bring all this stuff down here.
The matriarch. She's a majestic little, isn't she? I can't wait to see her eat you alive, my queen.
Okay, I don't know what that's about, Vasily. Yeah, having the DPS to burn through these sunken colonies is rough. I want to follow the path pretty much down the ramps. Well, I thought I stopped him from being able to make hunter-killers, but I guess that's not the case. Okay, the spore colonies do not regenerate, thankfully. Okay, more gas. I mean, I've been making a lot of... Admittedly, I've been making a ton of Mutalisks, so that's where all my gas has gone. Okay, so that should take care of red, so we can allow brown to come in theory. And then we can get this saturated. Remember when I said gas is not really a main issue right now? Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of overlords. Just so that I don't have to worry about getting supply blocked in the future. Flyer attacks. Keep going here. Keep going. Don't stop.
Forces are under attack.
Okay, and then we're going to branch out and take some more expansions here soon. This one probably would be a pretty decent one to have.
Our forces are under attack.
Let's just take whatever we can. Again, Guardians, I think, are the necessary choices here. I'm not... Do I have to kill, like, literally everything, I wonder? Kill this Nidus Canal. We know how those work.
Our forces are under attack.
They said from the southern island. This is not the southern island, I don't think. Okay, pretty big air attack here. Gonna kill all my drones. I had recently saved, so I could probably just reload. Let's check down here on the southern island. Again, this is probably reload territory. Well, it wasn't really that long ago. Here, let's go ahead and hit this and see if it works. I mean, I can get this stuff resaturated. I got plenty of resources. So I'm not too concerned about that. Let's just go ahead and re-rally. The trade for red was definitely worth it. Okay, brown's getting set up now. There's teal. This is what I meant about trying to keep this stuff protected.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, and this is actually where I think maybe taking like this base out here and getting defense out there set up would be better. We want to allow Brown the opportunity to not die. I don't have many air units to help here. Upgrades looking good. Let's go ahead and rebuild this and then just get a bunch of extra colonies set up all around, especially over here. This area up here has been safe for a while. I can grab like 1 to 5. Oh, I never. You know what? I gotta have to get the rest of my tech. Okay, Defiler, Mound, and then Ultralisk Cavern. Okay, let's save, because again, we're at a point now where I have to choose whether to go for white, which is on I guess an island, and then cyan, which also may be on an island. I'm not 100% sure, but we want to try to keep both alive. So let's, I mean, I've got all these guardians. I'm gonna make Devourers now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this has got to be 9. Looks like blue's going for white. Again, we got to be really serious about anti-air if this is how we're going to do this. So let's move on up here.
Evolution complete.
To defend this general area. Okay, that's my buddy Reaver. Okay, and yeah, I think attacking over that cliff's going to be tough. Let's get some Infested Terrans. I think Infested Terrans are definitely going to be the right choice in the grand scheme. We'll get some Sunken Colonies in case stuff sneaks past me, and then we're going to need some Lurkers for down here as well. Okay, we're just going to kind of creep our way through these bases. We're going to need a constant stream of reinforcements. So we're going to keep these Infested Terrans in locations where they can assist us but not blow up my own stuff. At least that's my hope. Okay, so let's go for White Island. Okay, this might be indicative of a big attack coming in. I'm not 100% sure. Chitinous. We could be cheeky and try to build Nidus canals on their islands. Okay, you guys come on up here. I see that Phantom. That might be a nuke. Almost definitely. Again, and with our extra drones at these locations, rather than transferring them, we might be better suited into just making colonies.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, we're 3-3 now. We're 2-3. Damn, gotta get that. Okay. And we're just gonna leave groups of Hydralisks and like a single Defiler at each location, along with an Infested Terran, and then we're going to have a giant air force that's just going to maraud the map.
Our forces are under attack.
This is where we have to be extra careful that we don't get chipped away at. It's going to be very easy for that to happen. What I can do is make colonies along the edge, just anywhere and everywhere where they will fit. Because the air attacks, I think, are the ones that concern me the most. Okay, let's try to get all of our geysers saturated. That one's good. I can get down to this base, right? And Brown would sort of defend it. I'm not sure. All right, so Brown is still getting set up, but he's not dead, so I think we're good. Let's cycle a save. You, buddy, I'd like you to stay up here. I do have these queens. Let's bring them on over here. So, like, I don't think we're going to need as many Guardians as we're going to need anti-air. So let's start hotkeying. And that's good because Devourers are more minerals than they are gas. I'm going to try to take this base, which was red. Again, Brown, as he gets more and more set up, hopefully can defend himself against Cyan. I'd like to try to make some progress here somewhere soon. How many drones? There aren't that many drones stacked up here. I thought I'd have more, but that's, you know, it's fine. We can transfer some that are left down to this one. And again, I'm not gonna mess around here. So let's get some Hydralisks as well. I see that. Go get them, Devourers. And we can go over 200 supply, so let's get like a semi-maxed army and make it happen. Look at blue and brown, both attacking into charcoal. So yeah, we have to drop, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. Okay. And then Hydralisks. That's fine. I'm not sure how they can see me. Unless they have like an overlord somewhere, I'm not sure. Okay, I see you. I see you, buddy. So they're gonna try to be nuking us constantly, it looks like. For a second, I'm like, oh, Dark Swarm. No. What a mistake that would be. Got him. Okay, very nice. And then we made more lurker. I'm trying to double click, and sometimes it just doesn't work how I want it to. It's very, very frustrating. Okay, so now we've got this. Let's go ahead and rally some drones down here, specifically so that we can get the geyser saturated. Okay, this is a pretty big attack, which to me means that we should be good to go ahead and attack soon. I can get way over 200 supply. Oh my god. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and set up more hatcheries, because this area is now safe, in theory. I like that blue is keeping the pressure on. Again, we're going to start hitting some, like, semi-game-ending attacks here soon, I think, so we got to be... getting more serious about defending and then getting up there to attack here soon. Okay, here come those mutas. I made those Guardians. I should have made those Devourers instead. Again, Devour is probably more valuable in the long term. Shit. Stop, stop. I know how you all like to work.
All forces are under attack.
Okay, here comes a pretty big attack. Did I never get, like, I never got, like, basic burrow? No. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let me save, and I'm going to try to start this, because I should be able to reinforce quickly if I do this right. Unless they have wraiths, they're not going to be able to see us, keep in mind.
That's
That might be like, watch out, there are going to be, oh my god, the amount of air units here is nuts. Let's maybe reload that and consolidate a little bit. I don't have enough, again, in the right spots. I think that's probably indicative that he's about to start nuking us. Just something to keep in mind, I suppose. Kind of curious how high our supply can go.
Geneva Convention was abolished. I never really liked it.
Okay. Again, I'm going through. I'm trying to make mutas as fast as possible. Okay, huge air attack. It's a good thing I brought those Hydralisks up in time here. Okay, so I'm going to turn these into more lurkers. Okay, and then you all are going to be Devourers. Devourers. That's fine. I guess we could just leave those. Okay, so yeah, gas is going to be the persistent issue here. This can probably afford to have 5 drones on it. And then I guess let's come down here and take this. Brown is still building. He got attacked a couple times, but he's alive. Burrow here. Again, we got to make sure that we start stabilizing here pretty soon. That plague hurts. I have no restore. Okay, so all these Guardians are very close to death, unfortunately. We're going to need mostly... Again, I think it's going to be mostly Devourers. Okay, we just got hit by a pretty big attack, so this might be my chance to go and attack. Okay, that's fine. Again, if we want to take that, we're going to need to really, really focus on securing it. That's going to be tricky. Okay. And then I'm just going to make Hydralisks to basically just sit in our base and protect us. What we can do is, like, lure air units to us. You know, that reminds me, we should make queens, because we can ensnare, because it's very, very strong. I hear some Valhallas. This front base is pretty hard to keep. Okay, so again, let's save, because this may or may not work, again, just with the amount of shit that they have, like air units that they have coming at us when we start attacking this island. Let's get the Hydralisks over to the edge as well. Okay, and then we want to back up and lure them to us. And just one by one, we got to be attacking things. Okay, and then let's also make sure that we have some overlords up here. Sweet Jesus. Again, let them come into my Devourers. And then change which angle that we're attacking from. Blue looks like they're dropping some stuff over here, which is solid as well. I'm not even focused on what's necessarily happening. I'm just making sure that I keep... rebuilding. I don't have enough gas. Attacking with blue here would be so good. That's, again, hard to coordinate. It also looks like these guys are like helping their allies, which is a little irritating. The other thing I could do, make a Nidus here, and we could try to build on their creep.
Our forces are under attack.
Vasily doesn't have rockets yet because he's a fool, I guess. Whoa! Don't chase. We just want to focus on killing their production. That's it. This has been going okay, but not stupendously. Okay, let's kill their hive. And then I've got these units down here which we can use to help keep us alive for now. We can get this resaturated. That's not a problem. Blue's helping us here as well. And I lost a lot of my anti-ground, so that's okay. We'll pull back. We'll remake it. Yeah, that island seems pretty hard to take. I could also reload and try to attack it from up here instead. Again, we just sort of went for this little island here, which didn't really give us a direct access into their production. So it just depends on how quickly and aggressively they're going to rebuild that stuff. Okay, and then get on gas, please. I can try one more time to take this. Brown keeps trying to push into Cyan. Maybe we could just attack with Brown into Cyan. That might actually be easier than this nightmare. And let's clump up here.
Lies from your claims. Saddle the directorate. Your lord is not forward soldiers, but like a phoenix you will be reborn.
I don't know. Probably maybe infested Marines or more infested Terrans, if I had to guess. Again, maybe I attacked at the wrong time. Devourers are just really strong just because of how tanky they are. They're the only things that can really survive these big groups. So gas is my holdup right now, for sure. And then we've got these hatcheries over here. The battlefront is clearly right here. So if I can take this, you know, we build a little extra defense around it, we should be in pretty good shape. Yeah, I see. That could have done a lot worse. Yeah, again, just let them run in and deal. It's fine. Go ahead and take that stuff. Oh wow, they just keep coming. That wasn't too bad. I mean, it looked a lot worse than I think it was. I'd really like to start attacking again as soon as possible, but again, I don't think I have enough Guardians to keep that push on. Don't chase. It's like I can see that, but I can't attack it. Just like, oh, it's mildly bothersome to me. Let's move these back here. I feel like I'm sort of stuck. Gonna just try to hit their production and be done with it. Come on. You can do it. And then you guys move on up here and help us out. There we go. Okay, so now that that's gone, I should Again, I can remake these groups.
Our forces are under attack.
I need this gas. Drones, 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 drones. Let's get some overlords as well.
Our forces are under attack.
Resaturate this gas. I'm going to keep cycling saves. I feel like I haven't been able to decisively push through white. They did rebuild some of their production there, but that's fine.
Forces are under attack.
Ground attacks seem to come from this direction. That seemed like a large scripted attack with the infested Terrans. I'm going to imagine we're still going to see a lot of them, but for now, they really don't concern me. Okay, here come the drones. And then let's start making more Mutalisks. Again, if we want to push through that base, we need so many Guardians and Devourers both. It's crazy. But again, the amount of gas required is astronomical. This is on the... This is connected, actually. I could take this, too. Again, it's kind of wide open for black to attack and kill it, though, so... Don't tell me where we can and can't build. How dare you? Well, let's see. Maybe they're going to fly over us and ignore us. They are. Haha. Blue, if you wanted to attack, if you wanted to attack this white island at any moment, I would really be appreciative of that. I could also instead go and attack Charcoal. Oh my god. I wonder where they're going. Well... Oh, wait. Wait, Blue's attacking. Oh my god, my Guardians aren't done. Oh, well, they're already dead. I think we have to take this whole group and come and attack and defend against Cyan. Because they're clearly going to come up here.
The hive cluster is under attack.
That's fine. Brown seems to be, like, legit. So, I could maybe we should have attacked Cyan a long time ago. Where the heck is that giant... Oh, I see it. I see it. It's coming up here. Mutas. No, it's not. Where are they... Are they going for this, like, little mini base down here? I honestly can't tell. There they are. Thanks for that, by the way, dude. What a god. Okay, and then we need... For now, I guess more Guardians. See you later, idiot. Brown seems to be pretty much defending this little base for me. And reinforcements have arrived, so we'll... Wow, that wasn't bad at all. Again, I'm actually really considering... Do I have any overlords down here? I'm actually really considering going and just killing Cyan. Mutas.
All forces are under attack.
I'm trying. I want to get this stuff set up. Creep colonies take longer to build now. There we go. Panzer, save me. He's doing it. He did it. Let's just get this saturated, because it's all we need. Huge, 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 huge air attack. I don't think I have enough Hydras for this. Shit. Not you. You know, you guys are going to die if we send you in to do that. Why are these not... Oh, they killed my Greater Spire coming in here. That's going to be a reload, without a doubt. I got distracted by Cyan. We've got to either just kill white completely, or... Again, my Guardians weren't rebuilt. What I can do is move all my units down here, and then we'll ensure that all of my stuff is in position to attack white. And by then, we should be stabilized to push back white. Like that. Again, I might be able to get a Nidus Canal down on the creep here. That's gonna be really hard. But if we could, that would be cool. It's very challenging to have enough defense everywhere. That's the thing, without stopping everything else that I'm doing. You know. Okay, Devourers, we're gonna get you up here. Let's get a second Greater Spire just in case, I guess. Consume. And I guess while we're here, we'll get this situated.
Are under attack.
Okay, cool. More gas, of course. Again, it's like I want to be ready to defend against this big air attack. Now it might come from a different direction. I'm not sure. Let's cycle that save just in case. We got to push back this white attack. Once we do that, we should be in great shape. Does this remove? No, it doesn't. That's too bad. Okay, so all this stuff is now down here. We got to move it back up. I spent pretty much all my gas to prepare for that white attack. Okay, it's all well and good. Get back on gas, please. Okay, we survived one big attack with a second one coming in here pretty soon. Many Guardians as possible. Again, it's like you need anti-air to allow the Guardians to deal any damage in the first place. But it's also completely key to have enough Guardians to actually destroy enough stuff when it's time.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay. Let's make the rounds and ensure that my geysers are saturated. That one still is. That one still is. This one is now. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm fine with you not attacking anything right now. Here was that big air attack. It killed most of my my Devourers. That's okay. We'll remake them now.
Our forces are under attack.
Again, now we need enough Devourers. I need to be able to consolidate to actually accomplish something here now. Big challenge. They're coming up here. My army is here, so we have to intercept this, and then we will go and attack after that. Intercepting the Overlord seems like it would be really, really valuable. Again, I'm in a bit of a holding pattern. Like, I have a decent army, but it's finding a break in the attacks to properly get stuff done. Oh, okay. I think this is where the nukes are going to be coming from, actually. Okay, in the grand scheme, not too bad. I think I need to just ignore that one attack down there. As much as I should go and save it, I think this is my chance to go and attack white because we've hit 3 cycled attacks. Need even more devourers. Trying to click all these. Okay, this might be what needs to happen. We're gonna get more devourers. And then I guess we'll get an overlord and rally it over here as well. As long as we're harvesting gas from this area, I don't care. Okay, we may now have what we need. Blue following up here would be amazing. Okay, cool. Cool. Cyan may have killed all of my drones in this location, but that's A-okay. And I'm trying to spend my money as fast as I can get it. Then we can get Cyan off of our back. The late game white and black attacks are going to be the real challenges, without a doubt. DCs with slowed attack speed are nothing. They're nothing. I'm double clicking, I swear to God. This is what I'm talking about. It's driving me nuts. Flee. Let's get some more overlords. Let's get some more lurkers. Mutas. Whoa. Well, you don't need to be doing that. Okay, the white island is, in theory, now mine. That may or may not reduce the amount of attacks coming at us from white. I don't know. I hope so. At the very least, we could take this. So now we can... We can Nidus here. Or they can kill it immediately. Okay, pretty large attack. Let's go ahead and grab, I guess, a group of Devourers to come on down here and kill these. Hydras.
Our forces are under attack.
Hydras. The important thing, again, is that we got this island. That's all I care about. The air attacks, again, are probably going to be the biggest major issues. We're going to need Overlord drops, because that creep's going to recede faster than I can build a Nidus and get stuff over there.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, okay. So let's save, because we did make it through. Again, that's going to be one small sort of mini faction that's no longer attacking us. I've been recording for an hour, and we're like barely anywhere on this. We're going to do the same thing with Cyan down here next. Okay.
Forces are under attack.
You're going to be Spore, Sunken. Gas. Okay, large ground attack there. That's fine. You're getting, like, huge frame rate problems now. Is anyone else seeing this? What's going on? Okay, there we go. And now I can grab transporting for overlords. And we just need huge groups of Hydras to protect us. I feel like I'm on track. Like, I'm going to be able to win this. After we got rid of this, we're going to be able to do this, but it's just getting ourselves into position and attacking all these different locations.
Our forces are under attack.
I'm probably going to save and then reload my save because, again, we're getting like major frame issues here. There we go. Seems a little bit better. Burrow here. I could kill these overlords. I probably should in retrospect. No, I'm not in retrospect. I should just do it. I'll take these as well. Doesn't hurt. We can move our defensive line up a little bit. Oh, we're getting mad slowdown again. Is it because I'm recording as well? I doubt it. Come on. It wasn't enough. Okay, blue's now making its attack. Let's go ahead and move down at that base, because that's going to be my new launching point. As long as we keep enough Hydras and such here, then I'll be comfortable. Let's go ahead and just rebuild some of these colonies. Again, the slowdown here is noticeable. I wonder what's causing this.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, and then Guardians happen to be on their way down here, so again, as long as the gas, we can resaturate the gas, then it's fine.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Okay, I think we're hitting those late-game attacks now from these enemies, so we gotta be ready. You guys get down there.
Our forces are under
Devourers attack up here, so I'm gonna start rallying Mutalisks down here.
The basic of evolution
The hive cluster is under attack.
will pave the way for a new superior generation of your dead rotten body.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, well, we haven't been nuked anywhere yet. So that's something. Again, there's so much going on this map that again, we're getting like massive slowdown, which is entertaining to me. Okay, and then I've got army just sort of scattered all around. I don't need, well, I mean, I will need these minerals eventually. So let's go ahead and get these guys down here. They never really attacked up in this direction. Fine with me. Let's save. And well, that's fine that they put that there. I should also probably take the island. And not neglect it. Mutas. 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 Okay, and then we're gonna get this all saturated up. Where do I have other bases that might be mined out? This is fine. This is fine. I got even more Guardians. Again, trying to get through Cyan now is going to be its own thing. But that would obviously help a lot, and it would also be able to redirect Brown to attack in directions that I need him to be. Okay, and then... oh, this guys are also could really afford to be saturated. Let's just grab a drone out of one of these depleted geysers and try to take the island. It's going to be tough to hang on to, but at least let's make a go at it. Might be left alone. We'll see. As long as I can afford to keep rebuilding this core group of Guardian Devourer. Let's save and then start poking in. Cyan taunted us recently, so they may have blown their load. We'll see.
We require more Vespene gas.
Never mind. Here's an attack. We got to get those Devourers in there. I have more that are being built. Okay, get in there. And then we'll make more... well, those are Guardians, I think, right? Nope, those are more Devourers. Well, I know what we need. You guys back up a little bit. Again, lead the way with our Guardians.
Our forces are under attack.
That's fine. They continue to drop over there. I should have backed up. I should have backed up with the Guardians. Again, because now it's going to take a little bit longer to push through all this stuff. I'm not messing around, though, with the amount of Devourers that I have. Just don't chase.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, and I just see White having stuff just sort of all over the place, so let's This ledge here seems to be the one that we're going to need to continue to defend. Get rid of those infested command centers. Hell yes. Okay, well that base was not long for this world, I guess. I feel like I'm surrounded on both sides. We're probably going to need to... Well, the lurkers should do us good here. Again, this is more of a forward, like, defensive outpost at this point than anything else.
Our forces are under attack.
Here come the mutas. Let's hit the Ultralisk Cavern.
Our forces are under attack.
And this base is, it's still alive. Brown is now up here. You know what? That's fine. That's fine with me. I was kind of hoping Brown would keep attacking into Cyan, but no dice. Okay, Guardians. Don't chase the Ultralisks, please. Again, I'm kind of entertained by the amount of framiness that we've got now. Okay, so we did push back a black attack during all this. What I really need are, I think, Overlords down here now. Ooh, hello. Go. 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 Just get in there. You all move on up. And again, they just have some ghosts that are shooting at me, so I just need to... Well, first thing I'm going to actually do is get defensive Hydralisks. We need to secure our borders completely. I don't have any... Yeah, there's an Overlord. You guys are pretty close. Here, get over here. Okay, so fewer infested Terrans. They took care of that. There's still a small patch of creep there. So let's get this set up, and then Brown can kind of defend it. I'm kind of concerned Brown might not continue attacking where I need him to attack now. Okay. What a time to be alive. Now, obviously, the charcoal attacks, I'm going to call it charcoal now, and white are our main enemies. I've been recording for an hour 10. I don't know how much of this I should be keeping on camera at this point, just because, like, I don't know. I think in terms of how I play Zerg, I sort of excel on this type of map. Let's go and get some drones through here. Again, I think this is the type of macro Zerg map that I do excel at. I think a lot of people see this map as one of the hardest, but I did pretty well. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't throw your lives away. Again, I'd like to just clean out Cyan. He's got a whole base down along the bottom, too, but we sort of gutted him. Attacking through the rest of the UED is going to be its own elaborate set of problems, though. So the question is, again, how much of this should I put on camera? Because to an extent, I think I've sort of won. Like, not 100%, but I think I've sort of won. And now I need to secure my borders. Retake, like, you know, take all these,
The hive cluster is under attack.
take all these fancy expansions, you know, stuff like that. Also, it's going to take longer because of the framiness.
Forces are under attack.
Guardian Devourer actually really putting it down here. Make sure that we keep some visibility on this. Blue is here now, too. They just really don't want me to have this. Make some Guardians and Devourers. Don't chase. Don't allow all of my Guardians to die to Valhallas. And again, what this is going to do, I think, is going to free up brown to properly attack in other directions rather than just into cyan.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, move on down here. So I think what I'm going to do now is make a cut, because again, this video is going on forever. I don't feel like I'm in particular danger of losing, but it's more I'm going to clean up cyan. I'm gonna build all these extra bases in all these other locations, and then I'll come back and probably closer to the end of the map, because again, I've been recording for an hour 10. It's been the AI's put on a good show, but like I feel like I had less trouble with this one than probably the last one and True Colors, which I think is interesting. Can we just make more defensive Hydralisks? Because again, white's going to bypass us where they can.
Forces are under attack.
You see of me.
I'm sure you're going to show up on Omega, buddy. Okay, so again, like this attack isn't a problem. It's more just, getting units into position to go and deal with it.
Forces are under attack.
But again, I feel like I'm in a good spot. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, again, make that cut, and we'll figure out where we're going after I'm back. Okay, so I have meticulously gotten rid of gray/black/charcoal. It wasn't that hard. I have a bank now, so I'm able to just spew out Mutalisks into Guardians Devourers, and I just started from the top and cut my way diagonally down. And again, you didn't really miss anything. Brown almost got killed, but I sent some Guardians down there to save him. And again, I've been doing this all, and I think once we destroy the White Island and Cyan, I mean, the attacks are still very large, but now that black is gone, white is still attacking us with pretty large attacks, but I can start putting the pressure on him now, and we're gonna be able to win. So I'm just gonna start cutting straight up into white, get rid of his abilities to produce. We're probably gonna need some more anti-air if I had to say so. They really like dropping here. I got this base set up here with an Overlord, and then my other plan was to go ahead and bring some drones over to this side where I could just set up a bunch of hatcheries. So down here seems like a good spot. Let's get up here and ensure that all my Guardians aren't getting wiped out by air attacks, and they are not. We're fine. And then I'm going to rally all my new hatcheries up here for more Mutalisks. And I would say the hardest part of the map was this White Island. It probably would have been easier to destroy Cyan first, actually. But I don't think there were that many resources to be gained from that. Not to mention, too, keep in mind, we have to attack with blue, because blue is the only faction that can kill the Overmind. So we're sort of escorting blue the whole way, which I find entertaining. Getting up here and destroying these white starports will be, I think, what it takes to win. So you're just going to have to take my word for it that I didn't use cheats to kill Charcoal. Let me just say that I think... Look, I didn't, but even if I did, which I didn't, again, I think we had enough of an advantage that we would have been able to kill Charcoal regardless, is the way I see it right now. Okay, so we got to clear out the area around the whole Overmind. I don't think... Well, we don't really need that many more Devourers. Again, once we took that top... I think once we took this base, that's when we were able to pop off. And a lot of it, too, was just ensuring that I kept reacting properly to the large attacks, right? I reloaded a couple times, but I didn't reload that much. All right, hang on. We gotta use Dark Templar to do that. Let's just kill all the stuff around it to ensure that blue moves up in there and finishes this for us. So I think, again, I didn't really pre-plan for this, but I did have a lot of info just based on conversations with a lot of the regulars on the UEDAIP server. So I was able to have a general idea of, what would pose the biggest threats. Oh, it looks like they had a nuke silo as well. But Zerg Air, man, that's what did it for us. Here, I'm going to take this geyser just out of disrespect. So I ferried these guys over, but I didn't really need to. I did use the Nidus to get this set up, sort of. And then as you can see, I kept making Hydralisks, just spamming Hydralisks at home to rebuild as I lost a lot of stuff. But obviously, when we weren't attacking... okay, let's just go ahead and send this guy in to kill anything in the air. I was able to use the Guardians and Devourers to defend myself. So again, you kind of hit a point economically where you're able to just clean it up. Now I really need blue or brown. There's brown. As long as those DTs get in range of the Overmind, I think technically we've done it. And I imagine there's some sort of safety trigger involved to ensure that these units do indeed send their DTs. Okay, there's a DT right there, so let's kill it. And you know, I mean, this one can be hard if you don't properly defend your expos, like be mobile and defend them, but I don't think this one was nearly as hard as the hype for it. A lot of it's just my experience, a lot of it's luck as well with where the attacks choose to go.
It is done, Kerrigan. The Overmind is dead, as you wished. Now, I demand that you release the Matriarch at once.
Of course. Rashagal, do you wish to return to your tribe?
No, my queen. I wish only to serve you and remain at your side.
What treachery is this, Kerrigan? This pathetic creature cannot possibly be Rashagal.
I promised that I'd allow her to return to you, Zeratul, but it looks to me like she doesn't want to go.
You have corrupted her. Somehow you have poisoned her thoughts. Restore her to her rightful self, or you will pay dearly for this offense, Kerrigan.
All right, Zeratul, you've got me. I made your matriarch my slave long before I joined you on Shakuras. She made the mistake of underestimating my power, just like everyone else did. And now she's paid the price. With her as my puppet, I was able to eradicate the renegades on Shakuras and use you to kill the Overmind. And as you can see, your leader belongs to me now. Not bad, huh?
We shall see, Kerrigan. We shall see.
He got her. I think if you looked at all of Brood War's Kerrigan lines, or Kerrigan's lines in Brood War, I would say like 90% of them are her saying, I used you in one way or another. And now we're 21. This one, I mean, the interesting thing about this one is even though it was extremely long, it didn't really feel like a slog at any point, which I'm honestly shocked about. Like, I did record like 15 minutes off camera of me wiping out Black. It was probably less than that, actually, of me wiping out the Black faction. But that was the only part that was like sort of cleanup, but they were still sending attacks at us. So I think, I don't know, I'm actually sort of impressed that this was one of the first like grand build and destroy maps where I didn't feel like, oh my god, please let it end at any point. I actually quite liked this map. And it was, you know, when I played StarCraft Alternate as well, you know, everyone always hypes up the, you know, to slay the beast variant of these hard Brood War mods. And I enjoyed it in StarCraft Alternate, and I enjoyed it here. And it might be because this is the first and only map in this campaign, in the Zerg campaign, where I actually had some allies. And they were quite strong here. They weren't super strong, but they were reliable to defend our main base at the beginning while we made things happen. So all in all, again, I had a good time with this one. And this was one where, unlike True Colors, I was willing to trade expos at times. I was willing to say, okay, you can have that base. I'll let you have it. Meanwhile, I'm going to go and do some damage somewhere else. Whereas on like True Colors, where honestly I think I had the most trouble of this whole campaign so far, was I just refused to restart when I needed to restart, and I just was out of position at certain times. So if you're out of position, sometimes you have to just judge that and say, okay, it's worth a reload or even a restart, which is what I needed to do. And instead, I just clung on to this losing attempt and kept reloading over and over and over off camera, and that's why it took so long. Anyway, that's a different map. The point is, at the end of the day, I actually quite liked this one as opposed to feeling the pain of it. I think I had a lot of fun with this one. Obviously, I don't think Nekron wants people to feel the pain. He wants people to have fun with all of them. And, I mean, again, just based on the regulars of people who have been playing UEDAIP and are talking on the Discord, a lot of people said that this one was really tough. But at the end of the day, I think I did well, and I had a really good time with it. All right, well, thanks so much, everyone, for watching. We've got like an hour 15, hour 20 video coming at you. That's crazy. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.